Well, let's put a whole routine together. I'm a big fan of taking tricks that I have and putting them all together and building a full routine out of it. So we'll show one. There's going to be 5 or 6 tricks in it, and then I'll explain them all one at a time.
Let's do it.
Cool.
And boom.
They said for a first go, that's not bad. For a first go. But all the best magicians do the magic slow, then you can see. I said they don't. They said they do. I said they don't. They said they do. Try it. I said I will. They said you won't. I said I will. So I did. As slow as I could go. Just for my dad. So I'll tell you what, you want to see a card trick?
Sure.
Let's do a card trick.
Let's do it.
No, we can only do one card trick tonight, I'm afraid.
Whatever you want to do.
We've only got 1 pack of cards. Now, if we had 2 pack of cards, we could do 2, but we don't, so we can't. Oh, we do, so we could, but we'd probably better we'll put that one away. Unless you want to see 2, then we'll just do 1. No, just the 1. We'll just do a card trick. We don't even need the box. All we need is the cards, because we're just doing a card trick, not a box trick. If we were doing a box trick, we'd use the box, but we're not. We're just doing a card trick, so we'll put the box away because we don't really need that. We'll just give them a shuffle because we're doing a card trick. I mean, some people prefer the box trick, so we could do the box trick, but I prefer using the card trick, so we won't even use the box. What's your name?
Drew.
Drew, take a look.
I'm not even sure anymore.
Drew, I'll tell you what we'll do. Do you play cards?
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm going to teach you how to win at cards, right? I'll teach you a few different methods. Leader, just take a look at one card and remember it for me. You got a card in mind? Whatever card you're thinking of right now, you need to say it out loud, like Queen of Spades. Ready? Name the card you're thinking of.
3 of clubs.
3 of clubs. This one.
What?
That's a good start. It's a good start. I'll tell you what. Have you heard of counting cards?
Yeah, I have.
Counting cards, it's like the cheap counting cards. Give me a number. 11. Any reason for 11? Hold your hand out for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The 3 of clubs. Did you see how I did it? No. You keep the cards up your sleeve. No, you know that's how you cheat. Keep the cards up the sleeve. You heard that? Keep the cards up the sleeve. Then whenever you need one, you can just grab it. You see? That's the way I do it. If I need a card, I just grab the card. Simple, really. No, whenever you just grab them whenever you need it. If I needed the 3 of clubs, right, I would grab the 3 of clubs. If I didn't need it, I wouldn't grab it. If I do, I would. It's simple, really. You got to practice it. You got to eat, sleep, and drink cards. Yeah. Literally, like that. Literally. You shut up. You shut up. I'll teach you. What's your name, sorry?
Roger.
Roger, I'm going to teach you how to cheat. You heard of a mark card?
Yeah.
What I'll do, Roger, I'll just go through these cards one at a time. Whenever you like, you just say stop.
Stop.
Right there? This one?
There,
you sure?
That one.
This is the Queen of Clubs. Cool.
Clubs.
I want you to write your name on it for me, Roger.
Alrighty.
Just pop your name on that card.
I'm gonna do my
Yeah, just pop it on that.
my nickname right here. R-A-J.
Raj.
Go.
Oh, Raj. That's marked on the front. I need you to mark it on the back as well. So just
on the
put your name on the back there as well. Or anything you like.
This one, right?
This one.
This one.
Yeah.
Just run it all the way through the.
Perfect.
There you go.
So that's a mark card on the front, right?
That is marked.
It's also marked on the back.
It is.
You heard of a mark called a crimp?
A crimp?
A crimp is a little bend in the card.
Yes.
You seen the bend in the card? That's called a crimp. There's another mark called a nick. You heard of a nick?
Yes.
A nick?
Yeah.
Where you just put a
do a
little
little
tear.
tear, yeah.
A little tear in the card. There's a new marking system come out called a double, like a reverse mark. You heard of a reverse mark? Where if you get it right in the right light, you can spot that.
Shut up. Are you serious? Yeah. Oh my God. That's crazy.
You can keep it.
That's crazy.
G'day champion, how are you? Welcome back to Murphy's Magic Saturday Sorcery. How are you today, my dearest of dearest friends? Wow, Jiminy Christmas. That sounds incredible, my friend. Now today, to even top off your day, we're going to learn an awesome effect from Matthew Wright. And I know what you're thinking, but I'm not going to learn what I just saw. Well, my friend, you are going to learn what you just saw. Kind of. More on that in just a second. But first things first, I do want to tell you about this week's giveaway. If you want a chance to win the worker bundle, all you need to do is stick around till later on in the episode and I'll show you how to enter that giveaway. Now back onto what you're going to learn. This is an excerpt from Matthew's At the Table lecture. Now while there was 3 effects seen in this performance, you're going to learn the one effect, Think card. The other 2, if you want to learn those beautiful effects, they will be available on the At the Table lecture. Now let's get straight over to Matthew Wright where he's going to teach you Think a card. Matthew, my friend, over to you.
So then the next piece after that you went into was...
From there I went straight into Think a
card, which is a really cool force.
I don't use it as a force, it's a genuine free choice. I know Danny does a great force with it. For me, this is inspired by a guy called Joe Riding, who was around from Blackpool in the 70s and 80s, a great magician. He spoke with Mark Mason, who had the shop in Blackpool at the time, and Mark Mason, he shared it with around 20 guys around Europe. So it was a really big hotbed of people working on this trick. We all have our own ideas. I'll show you the way that I do it. All I'm doing is looking at your eyes.
Okay.
And your eyes will do a little darting motion, or they'll do the pupils will expand, or your face will glaze over.
Okay.
Like that guy there, just glazed over. And that's when I know you're looking at a card. And I'm trying to get within 3 cards because I've got 3 outs for the trick.
Okay.
Okay. So if we just go through and just look at a card, boom, I can see there that your eyes shifted between these 2 cards. Mm-hmm. So I know the moment that you've got it. It was one of these 2,
yep,
yeah?
Sure.
Right, okay. So I'll go with the outs. Just take a look at one card. Remember it?
Got it.
You got a card in mind. Whatever card you're thinking of right now, just say it out loud, like King of Spades.
7 of Spades, yeah.
The 7 of Spades, and that's the one that we've got on the table. Now, the other out is a card on the face. Let me tell you how we do it. First of all, I look at your eyes and they tell me that you've got a card. That takes a little practice, so there's another method to do it. What I do is count to 3. And on the beat of 3, you will be looking at a card. So I won't watch you. I'll just turn away, just look at a card, 2, 3.
Got it.
You'll be looking at one of these 2 cards. You have to. It's the beat of 3. It's a really natural instinct for you to do. Everyone at home, if we zoom in with a camera, everyone who's watching this now, just look at a card, 2, 3. Everyone's going to be looking at one of these 3 cards. I can guarantee it. 99.9%. Just look at a card, 2, 3. You're going to be looking at one of these 3 cards.
Now, when you did the performance before and you did it just now, you said King of Spades. Now, you didn't know if it was the king or the other card, right?
Well, that's one of the outs. Yeah. But there's another method if you can't count to 3.
Oh, if you can't count to 3.
If you can't count to 3, there's another
most
method.
magicians, yeah, I think.
Yeah. We'll try it. You did it a couple of times. You might go for it this time, you might not. I don't know. So I won't look, and I promise I won't count, okay? Just look at a card.
Got it.
You're thinking of the Jack of Clubs, right?
8 of Spades.
This one on the table called the 8 of Spades. How did I do that?
Magic.
A little magic.
Because you're marvelous.
Plus, you told me.
I did.
You told me.
How did I tell you?
You said, I got it.
Oh.
And most people will. About 80% of the time, people will say, yeah, got one, or okay, or got it. They'll tell you they've got one.
Yeah.
So you say, look at a card, okay. Is it this one? Yeah, and they freak out. They just told you when the card is. So you look at their eyes, you count to 3, and they tell you.
So what they don't know is that they're.
No, it's just a subconscious thing. They'll tell you that they've got one. And you only need to get within 3 cards.
Sure.
This has got me out of so much trouble, so many times. If you're out in a bar or you're out at the restaurant or something like that.
Or a funeral home.
A funeral home, always. Yeah. You gate crashing a funeral, man. And someone finds out you're a magician, they come up and say, oh, show me friend a trick. It's like, well, no, that's my dad in that box. You know? He says, go on, show me a trick. Oh, God, I'm busy. Show me a trick. Yeah, show me a trick. Here's some terrible cards you can't do anything with.
Right.
Oh, God, okay. So you go up to the guy, and you don't want to be an ass about it, but you want to go back to your meal or to your drink or whatever. You say, hi, I'm Matthew, you are?
Jim.
Hi, Jim. Just take a look at a card.
Got it.
You got one? Are you thinking the 10 of clubs?
9 of diamonds.
Perfect. Excellent. Have a good day, and you're off. You know, and he's gone, what, the who, the what, the we, the
Have you seen last week's free tutorial yet? Make sure you do card on screen right now, or the link is in the description. Make sure you check it out. It's an absolute feast for the eyes, and it's completely free. Go treat yourself. Now, I'm so sorry, Matthew. I need to interrupt for just a wee second because I want to find out who won last episode's bundle. So, staring competition, please.
5 minutes later.
Congratulations, my friend. You're the winner of last episode's bundle. Oh, my eyes are sore. Congratulations. If you can send me a DM on any of Murphy's socials, I'll get that prize out to you quicker. You can say, hey, that took way too long. I can only apologize. Now onto this week's giveaway. If you want a chance to win the Worker Bundle, all you need to do is comment below what card you are merely thinking of. What card are you thinking of right now? Let me know in the comment section below. I'll choose someone out at random and you'll be announced in the next episode. So good luck. All right, champion, ready to check out more videos just like this one? Make sure you check out our YouTube channel where we drop new videos every single day. And while you're there, make sure you subscribe because why not? Save yourself coming back later.
Now, let me
5
ask you
seconds
this.
of your time.
Do you prefer this over a Classic Force?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do a Classic Force.
Right.
For a different trick. But what I'll do this and then go straight into a Classic Force after.
Okay.
So I'll say, look at a card. You got a card. Is it the 4 of clubs? Yeah, boom. And I'll Classic Force the 4 of clubs.
Oh.
So now you hit them with 2 tricks.
Wow.
Now, in this case, I'm going down to the table, but there's another out. Usually I'll be stood up.
Okay.
And we'll be doing it apart, so stand up.
I will stand up.
And the camera's going to follow us here. So if you turn towards me,
Okay.
come a little closer.
All right.
I'll get you to look at a card.
Okay.
Now, I'll palm this off and I'll go to the shoulder and I'll say, whatever card you're thinking of, just say it over and over in your mind. Like Ace of Diamonds, Ace of Hearts,
Ace of Hearts, Ace of Hearts, yeah.
So it's the Ace of Hearts.
Yeah.
Right. If it's not the Ace of Hearts, it's going to be the King of Clubs and I'll just pull that from your ear.
Okay.
So this is, sit down and I'll talk about the 3 outs. So we know we've got within 3 cards. We'll say these 3 here. All I'm doing is cutting the pack as I bring them down from your eye level. I just cut the pack. So I bring 2 of those to the face and keep 1 on top.
Okay.
Now, I don't make a move out of it at all. I just bring it out to your eyelet and I cut the pack. Now, if you've...
So one of the outs is here, other
one
two
of
on
the
bottom.
outs is on the top,
Gotcha.
there's 2 on the face.
Okay.
If you've spent a lifetime practicing the Hofzinser spread, now's the time to use it.
Right.
But you don't need it.
Okay.
You just got 2 and 1. I turn the deck around and I palm one of these face cards off. This goes on the shoulder or down on the table. I then kick my fingers forward, and what that does is just expose that index. So as I'm looking at you in the face, I just push it along and I get to pick that index. And that's the card that I name. But I don't name it as a guess. I get a guess for free with this. What I do is give you an example of how to think in your own mind. So if you listen to the words, I say, so whatever card you're thinking, just say it over and over in your mind, like 4 of clubs, 4 of clubs, 4 of clubs. If you're thinking the 4 of clubs, you'll react. And I know that I've got it, and I've hit with a direct mind
Right.
reading. If you're not thinking the 4 of clubs, I don't miss a beat, and I carry straight on with the rest of the sentence. I say, whatever card you're thinking, just say it over and over in your mind, like 4 of clubs, 4 of clubs, 4 of clubs, whatever the card is. And when you're ready, name it out loud. So you get a free guess.
Right.
So if it's not the 4 of clubs, it's going to be the Ace of Hearts, which is either on the table or on the shoulder. If it's not either of those, it's got to be the face card, and I just blow, rotate the deck, and the card's on the face of the pack. If they say a completely random card, like the 8 of spades, you say, well, really, the 8 of spades, that's the one you went for? And you just look for it, palm it off, and pull it out of the pocket.
Keep knocking the water over.
So the worst that can happen if everything goes wrong is someone thinks of a card and you pull it out of your pocket.
Right. I mean, just and being able to have those outs on a moment's notice too, and just like kind of, you know, if someone were to name a card that was completely off, being able to
Exactly. Just palm it straight off. The appearance on the table is my favourite, to be honest, because you lean forward, you come, and it's like a Tommy Wonder moment.
We did that. You did that. I think that was the one you did here, right?
Yeah, but he didn't pick it.
Right.
He didn't pick it.
Right.
So I think instead of going to the pocket, I palmed it off and I produced it.
Right. Which we're going to talk about that production. And
We can
stuff.
talk about
Yeah,
that production
absolutely.
too in a second, yeah. Now the cleanup for this is there's a card on the table. All you do is chuck the rest of the cards on top and produce the card, or take it from the pocket and you just pick that up. It's not a clever cleanup, but it's a really clever cleanup.
Fair enough. Well, that's a great. Well, that whole think a card thing is just great.
I start almost every pick a card trick. Instead of getting to pick a card, I'll do that. Because you're hitting them straight away with a magic trick before you've even started.
Wow. And you honestly don't even know what those 3 cards are going to be until
I have no
after,
idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea until I turn them around and palm them off. The one on the shoulder, I often don't know until it's on the shoulder and I just lift my finger and have a little peek at it.
Fair enough.
Next up,
Thank you so much, Matthew, you absolute legend. That was incredible. Think a card is awesome. Also, the multiplying boxes and Ripper. What beautiful effects to make an awesome routine. Thank you so much. And if you do want to learn those other 2 effects, make sure you do. They're on Matthew's At the Table lecture. And I do need to mention this At the Table lecture is absolutely insane. When I went through this to find an effect for you guys, I was blown away by so much good magic on this. There's over 2 hours of incredible magic. You're gonna see a full performance and explanation of Matthew's Final Destination. Then you're gonna see a performance of Horizon, then the explanation of Horizon. Then you're gonna see the explanation of his floating box, Matthew's thoughts on a character, and that explanation on those multiplying boxes and Ripper. Then you're going to see Matthew's full street performance of Mental Magic. Then you're going to learn Mental Magic and a full performance of Twin Peaks, then that explanation. Then you're treated 2 viewer questions on character development. Then you're going to see a full performance of Nut Dropper, the explanation of Nut Dropper, his FISM act, and then into a full performance and explanation of his effect Mint, which I have to say is incredibly tasty. Hey, Mint tasty? I didn't mean that, but very happy that I did it. Now, if you want to see more of Matthew's At the Table lecture, there'll be a link in the description below right now to it. You can pick it up for $9.95. And I honestly highly recommend this At the Table lecture. I learned so much from it. Now, my friends, if you do have any questions on anything you've seen in this episode, please throw them down in the comment section below, but make sure you use the hashtag #QuestionTime so I can find them amongst all the competition entries. Now, my friend, I know you're insanely busy, so I will let you get back to your Saturday. I'll see you on our Discord for our weekly Jams, Trivia, Games, Hangouts, and even more. Or I'll see you on Tuesday for a special episode of Stumped, or on Wednesday for another What's New This Week. Now take care, my friend. See you later. Bye for now. Whoa, hey, whoa, what's that? Oh, you should definitely check out that. Oh, there's so much good magic in there. You won't regret it. Hey, whoa, hey, look at this bad boy. You should definitely subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe, then watch that. Oh, it's a good day to treat yourself.